Former US President Donald Trump has said that he is being made a target in the US 2020 election criminal probe, where they are investigating whether he had a role to play in the efforts to overturn the 2020 US presidential elections. In a recent post on his social media platform Truth, the former US president also went on to claim that he is currently under a witch hunt after that, in fact, he could face fresh federal charges during a grand jury investigation into the efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential elections. And this, in fact, would be risking his plans to campaign for another term. Trump also said that he has received a letter from the Department of Justice where he is given a quote-unquote very short 4 days to report to the grand jury, which always means an arrest and indictment. Now, in his recent appearance, Trump also said that the upcoming potential charges bothered him, but he insisted that they were a part of the Biden administration's election interference.
I didn't know practically what a subpoena was and grand juries and all of this. Now I'm like becoming an expert. I have no choice because we have to. It's a disgrace. If you say something about an election, they want to put you in jail for the rest of your life. It's a disgrace. So they can cheat on an election, but if somebody wants to question the cheating, they want to call you a conspiracy theorist and all these other things. These people are sick. They go after Trump, but they don't go after terrorists, right? They should give a little of that oomph to going after the terrorists.
The American people are going to be furious. And what Jack Smith is doing is the weaponized government. And he's weaponizing the Department of Justice against President Trump in a complete lie about President Trump and January 6th. And it's outrageous. I can't believe our country has to endure this. And I'll be standing with President Trump the entire way. The question that I want to ask Jack Smith, is this the plan? Are they going to arrest President Trump, charge him with phony, fake charges, and then hold him in prison while he is winning the Republican primary, while he's going to win the general election in 2024? Is this where our country is now?
Let me bring in my colleague Sanjay Suri, who is joining us on this live stream. Sanjay, how much of this response of the former US President, Mr. Donald Trump, can we actually take at face value? Because he's further going on to claim that he's just been given a 4 days time, which is called a very, very short period to respond to the report by the grand jury. And he's also almost certain that this will lead to an arrest and indictment. So what is in store for Donald Trump in this particular case?
Well, he seems to be quite reasonably certain in anticipating this. It does seem likely. The past pattern is that we've had a similar letter sent to Trump saying that he'll be the target, and that was followed by an arrest and indictment. And this investigation has been continuing for a while, and it is almost certain that it is going to lead in the direction that Trump is anticipating. So we certainly should be expecting that same process to be repeated now for a third time, and the third may not be the last. Next month we are expecting a report from Georgia, and whether the prosecution there will launch similar action against Trump over attempts to interfere with the election results in the state of Georgia, in Atlanta. So this is now the third such. Of course, we are seeing that as Trump gets more and more indicted, he seems to get more and more popular within the Republican Party, whatever that may say about him or the Republican Party membership. But that appears to be the fact. He's leading DeSantis by far, and he is gaining in popularity and getting more and more funding for his election campaign. And a lot of that funding is also being used for his legal campaign. So he is getting a good deal of support within the Republican Party, as he apparently and legally has his back to the wall.